Hi, and welcome to Ask a Satanist tonight. We're going to have a lovely discussion on TikTok and YouTube. Hopefully, we'll be able to get things going. Without any further ado, let's run that intro. Alrighty, now we're going to go ahead and get the headphones on and get the TikTok started up. This is going to take a couple of seconds because I haven't gotten everything together. Of course, it's a atheist alive, so of course there's going to be issues. Who else has issues but us? Oh well. All right, gonna add the background. And away we go. Well, here's hoping you got some sound now. Here we go again. I don't know why religious people got on TikTok and bash people for their beliefs. I'm not bashing people for their beliefs, personally. You can have your beliefs if you want them. I have no problem with that. Just don't misrepresent what I believe in. Oh, I know. I'm just making a statement. How would you get into it? You read the Satanic Bible. If it vibes with you, you might be a Satanist. Hopefully things are a lot better over there on the YouTube end of things. And hopefully it's not too delayed on between my mouth and what's going on with my lips. Whatever. The sound. The sound. I swear, people just want to get themselves muted for the duration of the live. Yeah, always go to the websites that are produced by the organization. Don't pay any attention to the way things are. I'd like to give a shout out to Native Atheist, Titan Uranus, and Jenna, all of which are on YouTube at the moment. Nice to see y'all. Do you believe you have a soul? No. That would not be something I believe in. Do Satanists believe in an afterlife, or is it just darkness afterwards? There's nothing afterwards. There's no darkness. There's no light. There's just return to the basic elements that make you. That's what I believe as personally as a Satanist, that there is no afterlife. Ah, yes, it is the Yuletide. We got less than a few days. Well, how many days do we have left until Yule, anyway? Let's see. Today is the 18th. So 4 days until winter solstice. And the beginning of the Feast of Yule. Is it 3 days? I don't know. Native Atheist, haven't read the Satanic Bible, but I suspect I would agree with a lot of it. Native Atheist, I think you would. But remember, it doesn't mean you have to be a Satanist. We're not compulsory on that. If it vibes with you, if you feel like living the lifestyle and following the philosophy is good, that might be a reason why you would call yourself a Satanist. And remember, there's no central organization. Well, there is a central organization, but you do not have to belong to it to call yourself a Satanist. Well, we've done away with the practice of doing Yuletide sacrifices. It's no longer needed to usher in the sun coming back to us. I'm still trying to work out how to get guests over on YouTube. Once I get guests over on YouTube, I'm going to be starting something on YouTube every Sunday night. Well, not every Sunday night, at least once a month. I've got several ways to do guests over there. I just haven't found the one I like. Might use StreamYard. But StreamYard is so clunky, in my opinion. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Hail Satan, thou art God. Well, actually, I'm not God. I'm my own highest power, and in charge of my own destiny. The whole concept of imagining ourselves as God. When people think of God, they think they have control over things. The entire things. The only thing we really have control of is what we interact with. So I'm not an omniscient power. I am in charge of my own destiny. So I am my own highest power. Well, that's what it is there, Dip. It is a flyover state I leave in. Somebody just got a hold of the Satanic Witch. It's a good read. I haven't read it myself. I've heard it's a good read. But if you'd like to interact with me on YouTube, that's available over here, and you can always have fun there. And I'm still trying to figure out why my screen is a little wonk. Let me fix that. Aha! There's so much wonk with this. Oh boy. Let's reset this. Live editing, isn't it so much fun? There we go, that's much better. Oh, I've got a guest request. We'll take care of that guest request, and hopefully the sound will come through. All right, I'll bring you up. You must be 18 in order to join my live stream. If you're under 18, please withdraw your request. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, apparently they were under 18. All right, now I need to get it back up to here where I can read it. What Grumps currently has going on in the grotto. I'm currently working on 2 videos. One on why Satan. Why do we use the symbol of Satan? And another one on what do we mean by we are our own highest power. Those are the 2 videos I'm working on currently. Just thought I'd let you all know. Okay, I just missed something because I couldn't read it. You know about the secret of the 7 stars and the this one has nothing to do with me with these secret star things, whatever. Necrolancers? Let me read my background. I do not represent any organization. This is Ask a Satanist Live. I do not believe in any supernatural beings. That means God, Satan, and any of the other myriads of deities do not exist, in my opinion. Satanism is an atheistic religion, which means we don't believe in any gods or demons or anything else. You ask about the Illuminati and you'll get muted for the duration of the live. Sorry, my lair, my rules. So why do you have an ugly demon sign? It's not a demon sign. That is the sigil of Baphomet. Baphomet represents duality, both male, female, beast, and man, light and darkness. It's just a symbol of duality. And around the edge of it, if you read it in the proper fashion, it says Leviathan. If I said go to heaven, would that be an insult if I was mad at you? Yeah, if you want it to be. Words only have the power with which you give them. Ask about your hair, beard care. I wished mine was that full. My hair and beard care. My hair and beard care is with the beard. Don't fuck with it. That's all I have to say is just use normal shampoo, conditioner. If you want to get beard conditioner, you can. Beard shampoo, go right ahead. Hair care, I'm terrible at it. Brush it out at least twice a day. Also, same with the beard. Brush it out at least twice a day. Hello, hello.
Hello.
What can I do for you?
How's it going?
I'm alive.
Uh,
Better than the alternative.
Not. Yeah, that's absolutely. So I'm curious. I mean, with anyone who's a Satanist, what was your journey to get here? Were you religious previously? Anything like that?
I was an evangelical Christian for 30 years of my life.
Oh, same here. That's fun.
And I read the Satanic Bible once when I was a teenager. Didn't really, teenager. I'm still exploring crap. Didn't pick it up again until about 4 years ago. And I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. Then somebody convinced me to join up with this group that was trying to found the Satanic Temple. I should never have joined.
Ooh.
I was part of the Satanic Temple for a year while they got their chapterhood. Left it when they were redoing the organization locally. Locally, we do background checks, and that didn't bother me. It's just I started to discover some things about the Satanic Temple I didn't agree with. 7 statements or their tenets are moot, in my opinion. And I just decided, I'm a Satanist. I wasn't really one when I joined TST. I was just helping them get going because I agreed with what they were doing. Read the Satanic Bible
Yeah.
and going, I've been doing this anyway. This is what I am, and I've been studying it ever since, rereading the Satanic Bible and over, making sure that it is what I am, that type of thing.
It's definitely interesting how much I've seen. There's almost it's not like a pipeline, but that's the best way I can think of to describe it, like evangelical Christian to Satanist, like to reading the Satanic Bible. I've seen quite a few Satanist creators talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Quite a
That
few.
was my personal experience as well. I went from Baptist to Presbyterian to weird Calvinist to nothing to Satanic Temple as well.
Yeah.
And then I stumbled upon one of Reaper's lives, and I was like, oh yeah, Satanic Temple is weird. I've thought about that.
Yeah.
So I looked into LeVay a bit harder.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that they're trying to do activism as a 501c3 organization, which they can't.
Yeah, that sets a frightening precedent if they were to set a precedent with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What if you give the church that same power to lobby in that way? They have a lot more money and influence than the Satanic Temple ever would.
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't want anybody like the 700 Club, really. They already control their people enough.
Yeah, definitely.
So was there any other questions you had?
Well, I have all of the, I got most of the books I could find from Anton LaVey coming in the mail. Is there anything else you recommend? I've heard some recommendations for podcasts, and I keep forgetting them.
I really don't have any further recommendations than what Reaper's given you. Because
Gotcha.
I haven't even read all the books yet. Like I said, I keep on rereading the Satanic Bible. I read a lot of satanic literature, what I consider satanic literature. Uh, Stuff like some Heinlein novels I consider satanic, like A Stranger in a Strange Land. And it's just if the book resonates with the satanic principles.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just so used to the insane dogmatism
Mm-hmm.
of like specifically Calvinism. So I look for lists like, okay, I have to read these specific books and I have to believe this specific thing, when it's a lot more individualistic than that, from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm. I just can't come up with
Yeah.
anything else. And I can't remember the podcasts either. I need to subscribe to the podcasts.
Yeah, it's good to hear you have a YouTube because I can play that in the background while I'm working.
Well, it's not really going that big yet. I'm trying. I'm full of errors on YouTube. I'm still a YouTube baby. So,
Well, it sounds interesting and you seem cool, so that
all
works
right.
for me.
Oh, well, I
Well,
think,
you have fun.
yep. And I thank you for coming up and asking a question. I really appreciate it. It was good talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely. You too. Okay, I see Reaper saying Satan's Blaine podcast.
Yeah, that's the one I keep on trying to remember. It's like Satan's. What is it? Satan's. Oh,
Yeah, I
Satan's
remember it
plane.
for about 5 minutes, and then I go to look it up, and it's gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for having me on. I
No
will
problem.
give up the floor for anyone else who has questions.
Thank you. You have a good evening, morning, whatever.
It's evening here, but thank you.
All right. That was an enjoyable conversation. One thing I forgot to ask is over there in YouTube land, were you able to hear the guest? Too fast to slow up. Remember, it must be 18 to join the live stream. That's TikTok's rule and my rule. Hello.
Can you hear me?
I could hear you.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Did you have any questions?
Yeah. So a Satanist, that means an adversary of God.
No, I'm an adversary of anything that I oppose isn't it my adversary. So I oppose
Oh, okay.
organized religion. I oppose harmful social norms. That is what I am an adversary of. Satan just means the adversary or opposer.
Oh, okay. How did Satanism start?
Satanism started when I don't have the complete narrative of it, but Anton LaVey founded it in the 1960s. It was codified then. That is why I say that it is the only codified form of Satanism, is what LaVey published.
Because I talked to another Satanist, and they were saying, yeah, Anton LaVey, like, I guess, made it popular, I guess. But before him, the guy said anything that wasn't of God was Satanism. So basically, any other religion that wasn't based off God was Satanism. So
Okay.
Hinduism, Buddhism.
Well, Christians would call anything that wasn't of Judaic, of the Abrahamic religions, to be Satanism. So, yeah, I would have to agree with that person who told you that.
Doesn't that seem kind of contradictory? Do you believe that there's a God?
No.
Don't you think that's kind of contradictory? Because like,
How is it
if you're a
contradictive?
Satanist, because if you're a Satanist, and before Anton LaVey, well, it's either if if there's no God, then there is no Satanism.
Okay,
It just it
actually,
is
there
what
is
it is.
Satanism because the word comes from the English word Satan comes from a Hebrew word, which was there's a verb, which means adversary and opposer, the noun of which is Satan, which means the Satan, the adversary. It would still exist because it's a Hebrew word. It's a word, that's all. It's just like
Right. But if you're
it's just like when you refer to God as God, other gods are also gods. It's a word, it's descriptive.
so then that would mean even a Christian is a Satanist because they're opposing Satanism views.
Well, yes, they could be, but do they take on the lifestyle of a Satanist? Do they take on the philosophy of a Satanist? The philosophy of a Satanist is to embrace life in all that it has to offer, to seek knowledge for the sole purpose of learning all you possibly can and enjoying life because this is the only one we've got. See, that's where it's
Right.
diametrically opposed to being a Satanist because they believe in an afterlife, they believe in a God. As a Satanist, now, if you're using the word Satan, yes, a Christian would be a Satan against me. But a person who is following the principles and philosophy of Satanism is totally different.
So do you have kids?
Yes, I do. What does that have to do with anything?
So what did you teach your kids to grow up to believe?
I don't teach my kids to grow up to believe anything. I teach them to go out and explore for their own knowledge.
And whatever they believe is just what you accept?
Yes.
It-
But hopefully, I
So
am
all right,
giving them the tools to go out and make informed and critical decisions.
right. So let's say for example that they believe Buddhism is to be true. Would you accept that?
If it's what makes their life more meaningful to them, yes.
So would you say that you don't know what the truth is? You just do you know what the truth is?
Every person has their own measure of truth. You can my personal truth is not your truth. Your truth is not my truth. Truth is very subjective. There is no ultimate truth.
And that's according to who? To
That's
you?
just my
There's no.
my view of it.
But if everybody has their own truth, it'll be contradictory. It'll be a contradiction.
So, it's a
There has to
contradiction.
be a
Why does there have to be an ultimate source of truth?
because there has to be a lie. Some belief has to be a lie. Not every belief can be true because it's
Like I
a
said,
contradiction.
I can't speak for other people or anybody else, but if whatever you believe in is perfectly fine with you, and I'm happy for you. I don't care
I
what another
agree.
person believes.
I agree.
The only
Yeah,
thing
you
that
shouldn't force
the only
nobody.
type of things I am against is misinformation.
Right. I agree. You shouldn't force somebody into your own belief. You shouldn't do that.
Hmm.
But I mean, just for my personal belief, I do believe that there is an ultimate truth. I don't think
Well,
everybody can
that's
have different beliefs.
that's your personal belief, and you're more than welcome to it.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. It was nice talking to you.
All right, have a
I'll
good
see
one.
you
Thanks
later.
for coming up.
Yep.
Let's see. I've got another guest request, and by the way, I'm going to take this next guest, and then I'll pay attention to the comments for about 5-10 minutes, and then we'll go back to guests if I have guests. When I have a guest on, I apologize that I'm not paying attention to the room. So it's just easier to handle one thing at a time. Okay, let's see if that guest is able to join. No, guess not. So I'll pay attention to the room. We got any questions in the room? Is there any questions coming over? Welcome to the channel. Yeah, it's really funny when people can't fathom that you are not being told what to do. What made you become a Satanist? Let's see. Space Talk. What made me become a Satanist was the fact that I read the Satanic Bible. I was already an atheist. And I was really going, I agree with the philosophy and the overall vibe of the thing. And nobody can tell you you're a Satanist. You have to decide that. Are you a Satanist? And if you are one, you were probably born that way. You can't convert to it. So I'm already living this way. I'm already practicing much of the philosophy. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to start calling myself a Satanist. I really do feel that that's the proper route to go. Do my kids have the same beliefs? Well, one of my children is under the age of 18 and hasn't really decided things for themselves. My older one, who is over 30, she has her own beliefs, and they're very unique to her. And I think that's the way it is with everybody. Everybody's beliefs are unique to themselves. Hi, Asini. Over on YouTube, if you believe in Satan, do you also believe in anti-Satan? I don't believe in a literal Satan. Satan is a metaphorical projection of my most highest self and what I can potentially become. Do I support Black Lives Matter? I don't support any political stuff. I tend to stay away from political stuff. I think that all lives matter. Doesn't matter what you are. And I know that sounds bad. But I don't see why we need to make a distinction. We need to get over the whole us versus them mentality and move on with our lives. We have somebody over here in the comments that I cannot make heads or tails of. So that's just the thing, is you don't really, Supai, understanding what the word Satan means and what Satan is. Satan's not the serpent, for one thing. We could really get into why Satan's not the serpent if you want to. If you'd like to, please do say to me that you want to, because I can go into this. I don't have to believe in anything to be that way. It just doesn't make sense to me. What does Baphomet symbolize? The Baphomet symbolizes duality. As, light and darkness, man and beast, male and female, and how they can be intertwined. Satan is not a demon. Satan is a title. Huh? I know. I lost my train of thought, Titan Uranus. I lost my train of thought back on that comment. Let's see. Yes. Just to make it clear, when I said all lives matter, I don't agree with the whole thing that one particular um, group of people needs to be put up on a pedestal and say that their lives matter. I agree that we have put one group of people down in a historical significant part of our lives up to this point in the 20th and 21st century. We do need to recognize that they do mean something, but we also need to recognize that it doesn't matter what your background is. You need to be mattering to people. I personally think the indigenous people of the United States are ignored too much. So, yeah, unfortunately, in our current political climate, which is something that I hate, it does matter. So, that's a response to Maya saying it shouldn't matter, but it does. What do I believe about Lucifer? Lucifer is a mistranslation of the Latin when it was left in the King James Version. The King James Version of the Bible is the only version of the Bible that leaves Lucifer in it. Instead, it usually says Star of the Morning, Morning Star, something to that effect, Light Bringer, something to that effect. Luciferianism is something that I'm not totally familiar with. It's their own view. If a person's Luciferian, so be it. Am I into goth Satanist aesthetics? Actually, not really. When it's warmer, you will find me sitting here looking more like somebody that I didn't realize I was lumped in with, but I prefer Hawaiian aesthetics, the Hawaiian shirt look, the Hawaiian tourist look. That's my look. Although I'm into goth. What is Satanism? I'm glad somebody asked that today. Well, it is an atheistic religion that adheres to an Epicurean philosophy, meaning we embrace life to the fullest and enjoy all that life has to offer. We don't stop at the idea with our atheism that That's all there is. The atheist part of us is the answer to the question of if there's God or not. We say no. Then we go on and we have some philosophy and some guidelines that we live by. And I need to update my notes because I keep on forgetting to change that paragraph. Because I get asked that question all the time, I like to remain consistent, and that's why I keep notes. And what is Satan? I personally view Satan as a metaphor for an individual's own ego or personal power. I believe that each person has their own highest power and make their own destiny. Satan is seen as a symbol for the exploration and celebration of self and for the rejection of oppressive ideologies. So, that's what Satan is. Ooh, I missed some comments. So, does anybody else have any questions? I'm trying to keep up with both chats. It's really fun. Temporary what element distinguishes our consciousness from our flesh? You're getting spiritual. I don't believe in spiritualism, and I don't care. It's beyond my pay grade. Out of my ramen noodle. We don't worship devils. Satanists believe humans came to be. Each Satanist has their own view on where we came from, most likely. I personally don't care because it doesn't have any bearing on why I'm here. I'm here, that's all that matters. Roll the bones. Native Atheist on YouTube asks, aren't there Satanists who believe in a literal Satan? There are those who call themselves Satanists that aren't Satanists, in my opinion, that do believe in the literal Satan. I call them devil worshippers or heretic Christians. Let's see here. Titan Uranus, the proper term for someone who believes in a literal Satan is Christian. Is it true the Satanic Church was made to mock Christians? I really have no opinion on that. Duality does not conflict with individuality. I am both man and beast. Is there such a thing as overindulgence in Satanism? Like, where is the line? Well, finding the line when you're indulging is up to the individual, and it's not compulsory that you indulge. So, Could your definition of supernatural being be just something scientifically unexplainable? No, a supernatural being, in my opinion, is something that is a fantasy, a mythological figure. If you want to have a supernatural entity in charge of your life, go right ahead. But it's just like calling upon a rock to give you bread. That question makes no sense. There we go. Church of Satan was created as a direct adversarial to monotheistic Abrahamic religions. If you don't know, a lot of us watch each other's lives and learn from these Ask a Satanist lives. And I think I'm going to switch the way the background reads, so give me 1 second. There we go. That makes things a little bit easier. What did LaVey mean when he ended the Satanic Bible with Yankee Rose? That's one of life's little mysteries. There are some that know it. And there's some of us that don't really care what it means. And then there are others of us who are like, let's leave the mystery be. It's one of those things that we need to have. I have a guest request.
Ahoy there, Grumpy sir.
Ahoy, Murmo. How are we doing this fine and lovely weekend?
That's good. I just got in.
Ooh, I'm really digging the PFP, man. I like that. What's that from?
I gotta double check. It's something I designed with the software. I'll look it up. I don't remember the name of the software because I did this at work. So I have to go in tomorrow. So I'll let you know.
I just really like it. It's cool.
I like it too. So let's see. So you believe in supernatural beings. Satanism is a theistic religion. Ask about the Illuminati and get a gold medal for the duration of the live. And your lair are rules.
Well, thank you for reading that in the inverse. I like what you did.
I just don't feel like typing anymore.
I don't blame you.
You know, we gotta, doing these Ask a Satanist lives, Grumpy, you're gonna have to start writing a book called Satanism for Dummies. You know it's gonna happen.
Well, I'm gonna have to outsource that to Reaper.
That's right, Reaper. You're now the author of Satanism for Dummies.
One thing I do like about when Satanists do start discussing things is that we do learn from each other but we don't have to take everything that each other says with a full measure, but we don't have to feel bad that we're not being uh, accepted as the end all be all. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree. Yep. Yeah, it's all good. You working today, Grumpy? You're home?
I am home for the weekend. That is just an amazing thing.
You're doing Acid Satanist. Why am I asking such a stupid question?
Well,
Sorry.
I could be doing it from work.
Oh.
But you all know how that is.
I actually like the background. Your background too, Grumpy. It's not bad.
Yeah. That's just one of those that was cooked up in one of those things that is intellectual theft. But, you know. Oh, I mean AI art generation.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I see those all the time.
But that's the whole thing is with the. I'm just waiting for the. Somebody to come up with a way to squash this with the DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act.
Well, in order to get the conversation going, okay, you need Jesus, sir. You need the Lord.
You've been hanging out in Deirdre's lives too much, haven't you?
Listen, I'm an expert in the Christian theology. Okay,
Are you
mythology, technically speaking. But
are you an expert in Satanic atheist Christianism?
so, Satanic atheist Christianism.
Yes.
So is that when the devil cross dresses as Jesus? Then
Maybe. But you know, it's just one of those things. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the idea and how to cook it up as satire, but I really can't. Well, that turned quickly.
Oh, okay.
Have I missed something in the comments again?
I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to them either.
We're coming up on the 1 hour of doing this. I am going to go for 1 hour longer. So get those shares out, get those likes up, blah, 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 all that yada, yada, yada stuff that the hosts like to say.
Yep. Then we have the after party.
Yeah. And as soon as that is up, I'll probably end the live and start a new one just as I just want to chill and hang out with my friends, man.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we
Reality of
be
Satanism.
friends?
Oh, got somebody asking to come up. Modern Moses. Okay.
Oh.
Welcome.
Well, thank you, whoever gave me.
Hi, how are you?
Doing fine. What can I do for you?
I have some questions here.
Okay,
I have some questions. Okay. So my first question is, what is a Satanist? Like, I've been trying to figure this out for the longest. What's a Satanist?
Well, a Satanist is a person who follows a rational Epicurean philosophy of life.
Yeah, but do you believe in Satan?
No.
No.
Satan is a metaphor.
Okay.
Satan is a metaphor.
Okay. And what is it a metaphor of?
It's a metaphor for our highest personal potential.
Okay.
and
So
also
let's just say I wanted to be a Satanist.
let me
How would I be a Satanist?
Well, you would go to the COS website
and do some research there.
churchofsatan.com. Yep.
So let me just read the entire paragraph that I have here on what Satan is. Satan is viewed as a metaphor for an individual's own ego and personal power. Satanists believe that each person is their own highest power and make their own destiny. Satan is seen as a symbol for the exploration and celebration of self and for the rejection of oppressive ideologies. That's what Satan is to me.
Okay, so as a Satanist, do you believe in God?
No.
No.
And I don't believe in
Okay.
I don't believe in
So
any supernatural entities.
not even okay, so you don't believe in oh, okay. So that's interesting. So you don't believe in God or the devil.
No.
You believe in yourself.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and then what can you do as a Satanist? Like, okay, so and I'm being serious. So you know how there's like witches and stuff like that, and witches believe in like witchcraft and candles and stuff. Do you guys believe that you can do magic or
Well, you're talking to me, so you have reacted to lesser magic. I've come on here. I've got this up above me in the statement of what this is about. That is drawing your attention. That is a form of magic. That's a form of a lesser magic. We also believe in a greater magic, which I'm not totally familiar with on all the operations of it. There are some Satanists that perform rituals. I keep on saying I don't perform rituals, but I do prepare myself when I'm getting for going to work. I get myself into a mindset that is a ritual.
okay? So you believe okay, so that makes sense to me. So you believe in like chants and things like that. Like everything in the world pretty much is in manifestation because the world is mentalism.
I'm not sure if I follow that.
Okay, so you believe in like everything kind of being its own ability to carry a magical force to it because the world itself is a
Mm,
magical force kind of in a way. Like sigils, pictures,
um,
symbols, chants.
Symbols are only for focus, and whatever you put forth in the way of ah, see, I don't think that there's any type of mystical thing out there. Magic is not mystical. It is actually in some ways it's applied psychology. It's applied psychology.
Okay, but where did the world begin for a Satanist?
Where did the world begin? You mean what's the origin of this entire universe that we live in? I don't care. It has no bearing
Correct.
on my current existence.
Okay. So what about like vibrations or
I don't
numbers
understand
or
vibrations and numbers. Those are all gobbledygook to me.
got you. Okay. All right. So how would you do a ceremony or how would you
I
do a
don't know.
ritual if
I
there
don't do rituals or ceremonies that are satanic. I don't actually do any of those type of things personally.
but there are people that do.
Yes, and I don't do it. Therefore, I don't try to explain it.
Got you, got you, got you. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much all I wanted to know. Like I never really knew like what a Satanist was or kind of like what you guys base understanding is.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's really interesting to me that you guys don't believe in Satan. I thought that was the whole point
Nope.
of a Satanist.
Nope. It's not the whole point. The whole point is self-empowerment.
So let me ask you this. Like what would it take if somebody wanted to prove to you God was real?
You can't. There has never been anything that has proved to me that God is real. If there is a God, and we're using a what ifism, and this is the only what if I'm going to use, and I'm going to end it right there at the end of it, is the only thing I can say: if there is a God that exists, that God knows what it would take to convince me. So,
Oh, got you.
and so I don't, and when you start doing what ifs, you just go, well, what if, and what if, and what if. It keeps on going infinitum. We don't get anywhere.
Got you. No, I get it. I get it. But I've seen things that are like kind of supernatural. That's why I'm like, I wonder, like, if do you guys see things that are supernatural, or do you guys, or that's what I'm saying. Like, have you ever seen anything supernatural, or
Usually, things that are supernatural, eventually you can find a causality that is rooted in the natural. And other things, it's
what
your
is?
own personal, it's unverifiable personal gnosis. It's your own unique story. Nobody can verify that it actually happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. I had no idea that. Yeah, that's all. Well, thank you for having me up and
Yeah.
answering my questions.
Well, thank you for coming up. I appreciate it.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Cat's taken care of. Sorry about that. The cat was pawing at the screen.
What's psychology? Native atheist? I've been asking myself that for several years now. What exactly is psychology? It's the study of the human psyche. What is psyche? It's your ego. What's your ego? You keep on asking questions. I'm not going to answer those questions anymore. I'm getting tired of trying to find the answers. No. Yo, Dark Queen.
Hi, Jenna.
Hey,
Ugh.
unholy spooky rights.
Mr. Spooky. It's the spooky rights. That's how you gotta say it right now. Now it's spooky, you see? You hear?
Psychology. What is psychology? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Deirdre's always doing her satire.
I just wanted the hammer in there to take care of one individual that was a pain in the butt. Psychology. Trying to come up with what psychology could be. Psychology. Not psychology, but psychology.
Psychology.
Yes, Jenna over on YouTube's asking, me? Or is there another Jenna? There is another Jenna, and it's actually Jana, not Jenna. So it was a mispronunciation of the name. And here comes the spooky one.
Mr. Spooky.
What is up?
It's another beautiful day in
I should have
paradise.
got YouTube Evil Mermo going.
You got what?
I have Evil Mermo. I have a YouTube Evil Mermo and a TikTok Evil Mermo, and they like to argue back and forth on
Got it.
Grumpy's lives.
Dip. Yes, I am doing better. I still have a little bit of a cough and a bit of a runny nose still, or stuffy nose, but I'm doing quite well, actually. Appreciate your asking. Thank you so much.
Psychology is the study of algae. Okay. Now we know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
Now we know. Reaper, no, last I checked, she wasn't on anymore. I was hopping between this live and Gemini's live. Gemini's on there too, so she needed some mod help over there for a little bit, but things calmed down. So I've been kind of back and forth and yup. Baphomist? No, because we're not Baphomist.
Well, I guess I could start
Yeah,
calling
they don't
myself a
worship the Baphomet.
Baphomist if
Baphomet is just a sigil.
I have Baphomet as my projection of my most highest self, but
Right.
it's an alchemical symbol. Do a little research into the origin of Baphomet. And remember, it's Baphomet, not Athame. Anyway. Little witch humor for you.
I just say Baphomet.
No, I said
Whereas
it.
the Turks call it Baphomet.
Baphomet.
You got it. No. Bech. You got the in there.
I just did.
Ooh. All right, no
Before
more
we start
speaking in
cooking
tongues,
the
please.
green soup,
What is happening
what's
right now?
happening right now?
Hey,
We
Katya.
don't know. We're all possessed.
Yes.
We're all possessed by
Wow.
the Baphomet.
I think I have my longest viewer duration on YouTube that's ever happened, and I really appreciate everybody that's over on YouTube watching this. I have 36
YouTube?
consecutive minutes of watch time from somebody. That is awesome.
Yes, Katia. Yes.
The blood.
Who's having rave? I missed that. I personally don't believe in good.
Reefer? What?
Apparently, Katya stole someone's rave hair.
Say it in Egyptian. Baphomet.
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 Get Wilson. Thank you, Trell. I'm doing better though.
You
Things
know,
are looking up.
you shouldn't have gone shuffling through the snow. You probably got your feet too cold.
Yeah. The things I do for TikTok sometimes.
When are you moving, Spooky?
What's that?
When are you moving?
Actually, I did tonight.
Oh, you did already. Okay.
Yeah. So today, this whole weekend is the moving weekend. But tonight, I moved all my stuff out of my old room, my old place. I'm still here at my old place. This is my last night. I'm spending the night, and then tomorrow we're moving all of my friends' stuff into the new place, and then I think we're officially staying the night tomorrow. And yeah,
Okay.
so it's really cool. I like it.
So, just to interrupt, do we have any more questions? If not, we can go into the after party.
What's happening here? Did I miss something?
No. I'm just checking to see if there's any more questions.
Ranker running around with haircut. Katia used it for a hoodie.
I'm trying to keep my life from turning into a dumpster fire like it normally does.
Let me see here. Satanism is atheistic religion. Are you telling me that you're a devil worshiper?
Spooky. Spooky.
These dang Satanists, nothing but them devil worshippers, I tell you.
You gonna block me?
I still want to know how the Uber Satanist in the room gets like 600, 700 people in their lives.
The Uber Satanist? Who's the Uber Satanist?
The one with over 10K
Reaper.
followers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, uh-oh.
I know when Reaper was in my my last live, I had Reaper and other people in my live, and Church got perma bananaed off of my live, and Reaper's like, "Bye," it dropped real fast.
Hello there.
Speak
Oh,
the
Reaper.
devil and he shall appear.
Hello there. I can't do it. I can't
That
do
was
it.
funny.
My voice doesn't do it like you do.
What do you mean? This is just how my voice is.
No, when you do the hello there.
Hello?
Yeah, when you're doing your imitation of Lucifer. Morning
Tell
Star.
me, what is it you truly desire?
You don't want to know.
So part of the reason why I get so many people in the live feed is because I use a giant blown up black and white sigil of Baphomet with sigils of Leviathan on either side. And I don't know.
It's that swarthy look you've got going there, too.
Animal magnetism, I guess.
Yes, very much the animal magnetism. Oh, now, where the fuck did it go? Trying to take notes. Yeah, I didn't have time to redo my background.
He's like taking notes. I gotta do the big bathroom in the background, have the animal, there we go. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I didn't have time to
Where's
do
my
anything because
profile?
I woke up at like 9 o'clock tonight, fell back asleep till 10, went on, watched a few things on TikTok going, I better become human before I go live. Because I look like crap.
My profile picture is literally me.
Yeah, it's Reaper. That's an actual picture of Evil 2.
Well, my other one it is. This is something I created from the computer. They're just walking away from all of you.
No lies. This is literally me.
If that picture had like the little Anton stash going on, you'll look just like him in that picture.
I mean, technically I have to update it because now I have a full beard and I don't have the goatee anymore, so...
Got it.
I still say it
No,
looks like
that's
you're
not
wearing
really
a cowboy
grumpy.
hat.
We're not really who we say we are. We're just robots.
We're just really Christians posing as Satanists.
Yes. Don't tell the
I'm
church.
not a member of TST. I don't know what you're talking about.
Alrighty. All right, so thank you all for coming into the YouTube channel. I'm going to go ahead and shut down the YouTube channel and continue to go live on TikTok. If you don't have a TikTok account, what are you thinking? No, I actually don't encourage you to get a TikTok account. Be sure to tune in next week and we'll have more Ask a Satanist. I am not going to do any more Whose Live Is It Anyway because I don't want to. So, peace out to YouTube.